Michael Sutton is a cybersecurity expert who's monitoring the Target case.
What is the evidence, if any exists, that there's an organized element to this rather than a kid in a basement in Russia hacking in?
There is certainly a real element of sophistication here. There would have needed to be some reconnaissance up front to understand the network that was being targeted, the hardware and software that they were going after. They would have had to customize the malware that they used and then figured out means of exfiltrating that data and doing so without being detected.
Sutton says that while the Target theft and others like it may be the work of organized crime, it's not necessarily the same group.
I think that we're seeing the tip of the iceberg here because, yes, Target was the first, and now we're starting to see other retailers, Neiman Marcus, Michaels, have also stepped forward. We don't have evidence that it's the same group, although we do know that very similar techniques were used in each situation.
One common factor is the malware used. It's called Kartosha, and the Target thieves placed it onto hundreds of point-of-sale systems to collect all of the transactions taking place. Federal investigators have a copy of the Kartosha code. A knowledgeable source tells CBS News that a trained programmer wrote it, someone with good coding skills. It was being sold on the open market for less than $2,000, which is why the FBI recently warned to expect additional break-ins of retailers. The source told us another factor pointing to an organized element is a follow-up crime committed last month. A half-dozen cell phones were stolen from Target employees around the store's Minneapolis headquarters in one 24-hour period. The phones, quote, belonged to people who were part of the IT staff who had access to the Target network, says the source. This required an organized ground operation. Target wouldn't confirm the phone thefts, but told CBS News that it recently emailed tips to employees on the importance of keeping their cell phones concealed while outside and at public venues. Sharyl Attkisson, CBS News, Washington.